Johnson's Baby has unveiled a new campaign centered around the idea of baby's first skincare ritual. It brings together science-backed skincare with modern parental conversations. And here have with me Mr. Peeyush Unikkat from Johnson's Baby, and he's going to talk about the strategies and insights behind it. Welcome, Peeyush. Thank you for speaking to Impact.
Thanks a lot.
So, firstly, to begin with, tell us what is this campaign about and what has been the insight behind it? What objectives do you have in mind?
Right. So this campaign is largely the cultural truth that we are bringing alive. Okay. So for generations, Indian moms have actually fed milk and rice to the baby. In fact, they instinctively know that nourishment for the baby inside is done, right? We are bringing that same concept to the outside, and we know that baby skin today is not just about protection, we need to nourish it. And an insight which is coming from a cultural truth like that instinctively connects with the moms of today, right? And that's what this is about. This event is about bringing that cultural truth for the moms, that what you have been doing for the babies from the inside is now coming for them from on the outside.
Okay. So this campaign, as you say, is bringing a new ritual altogether. So how difficult is it from a marketing lens to shift the consumer behavior completely?
So I wouldn't say it's a different behavior that's kind of coming out for them, or the ritual is any different, right? They are already practicing nourishment for the inside, and they instinctively know this, that I want to nourish my baby. And we are just introducing this concept of nourishment for the baby's skin, which is why we are combining this entire concept in food for skin, right? So it's not going to be a behavioral shift. In fact, this is going to be the seamless transition of what they are practicing in a daily life onto the skincare also.
Okay. We have heard that Pariniti Chopra is associated with this launch. So celebrity endorsements are also something that the audiences look for trust and authenticity.
True.
So what would you say Pariniti was the right choice? Why would you say she's the right choice for this launch?
So when we thought of this, right, so we did not think of Pariniti solely as a celebrity. We thought of Pariniti as the mom first. And she comes as a very informed celebrity, right? Yeah, she's a person who comes across as educative. She's a person who is very informed. She's making her choices very well known. In fact, she's coming from a family where there are a lot of questions asked. And that's exactly what we wanted. We wanted the conviction to come on the range after she has herself questioned what is going into this range and what does this provide for the baby. And hence our choice was very easy for us, knowing that what Pariniti brings as a character and not just a face to the brand, right? So that's a larger extension that we are trying to do with Pariniti.
Okay. Another huge shift we are right now seeing is the digital era.
Right.
So parenting content is heavy in all digital mediums. So, but also there's access and awareness problem in different set of markets, be it tier 1 or tier 3. So how are you accessing these areas as well? What will be the different communities?
So we are very clear with the truth being the same. We are not shifting the communication very significantly, because the communication kind of works similarly in a Mumbai and in a Meerut. What we are going to do is the way in which the conviction of this message goes in, which is influencer first and digital first in the metro cities. And once the belief system is spread across and the offline event is the juncture at which we are actually trying to spread awareness of that bit, right? Beyond that, like you clearly mentioned, to make the awareness at a much more larger scale, we'll be bringing in media touchpoints like TV and further on to ensure that the communication further goes to the tier 3 and further down cities, right? So intent is going to be first conviction and then largely awareness.
Okay, and with that, will you be also looking into different languages for, like, Pariniti is a national face, so will there be a regional face?
Definitely. So while Pariniti is the brand, celebrity for this particular range, we are also looking at partnering with different regional celebs or regional influencers who will be relevant in different states, right? Some of these ingredients are also very important when we look at east kind of a market or a south kind of market, which is what we will be actually leveraging by having some regional influencers in the entire campaign.
Okay. So another shift that we are right now observing is like streaming and OTT platforms are having in content buying experiences,
Right.
direct purchases. So as a marketer, do you see that there's a shift in the consumer inside that people are actually using this platform to buy, and how do you see this medium? Would you use it for your brand?
I believe that while in content purchasing is happening, but that purchase is happening, and at least for baby care, it's happening post the belief kind of already seeded inside the mom. So the mom has to be convinced that this is the brand that I'm going ahead with, and then at the point in time wherein she sees the content, she believes. So we are not really very worried about in content purchase being the single biggest driver. We are very clear that if the belief system is established and the conviction is there, that then translate irrespective of the medium in which we are kind of present, and that's going to be the way in which we approach this.
Okay, but as a marketer, do you think this kind of
It is expected to change. We believe that informed choices are more and more important right now. So a mom is trying to seek as much knowledge even while in content purchases are happening, right?
Yeah.
So she's trying to do enough research, she's trying to understand what is the ingredient and all of that happening, which is the reason that we are also shifting our media ecosystem in a way in which we now have a fair share of influencer communication happening, fair share of search investments happening, and so on and so forth. So
Yes.
that we do expect the change to happen.
Okay. So finally, as a legacy brand operating in this digital era, what would you say are your challenges and opportunities to gain new consumers as well as retain the older ones?
So I think the challenge and the opportunity are one and the same for this brand, right? So in baby care, the trust is inherited, but at the same time you have to re-earn it. Like, so the thing with Johnson's Baby is everybody mostly have used it on themselves. We just need to allow them a reason to again choose Johnson's, and that's where Milk and Rice becomes important. The conversation with Milk and Rice range, Johnson's Baby Milk and Rice range, and Nourishment is truly giving a new conversations in the space of multiple brands talking about doing protection and safety, whereas we are extending it to saying that do a little more and ensure that nourishment of the skin happens. So we are not really backing on the legacy, because legacy without moving forward is just nostalgia. So we truly believe that we would want to talk what is relevant for today, and we are pushing that. Our incredible science, our research helps us to actually bring that to life, and that's where I believe that both of it kind of come together, and we will be able to deliver it with this range.
Got it. Any kind of new strategies or communications that you are, adapting for the brand shifting to this?
So we are very clear about how we want to come across when we are presenting this to the mothers out there, which is why we are actually introducing this range as a ritual, wherein we are doing this world's first food for skin ritual. It's an offline event wherein influencers have traveled from different parts of the country and attending this, and we would ideally want mothers to understand what is this nourishment that we are talking about. And that's a very different brand introduction. Instead of just launching a film and going ahead with a complete awareness, we are doing it in different parts, wherein we ensure that the influencer conviction and then further on is happening, and then we go ahead and build awareness on it. And that's the shift that we are making as a brand.
Got it. Thank you so much, Peeyush.
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Thanks for taking our time. Thank you.